And watching at finals, you know, even sitting next to Milos, you know, he even said, he's like, you could have won that. It's like, oh, gee, thanks. That's what I want to hear right now.
What's up, guys, and welcome. You're watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with Nick Walker, specifically this clip from Jay Cutler's podcast, where Nick Walker and Milos appeared, and Nick Walker opened up about his future plans. So his response to this question is the reason why he has so many loyal fans, but also a great number of, I don't want to say haters, but people who disagree with Nick Walker, especially what he can realistically accomplish in terms of the Olympia title, or quote-unquote realistically what can happen in the upcoming years at Mr. Olympia event.
How many would you like to win? Do you have a set mind?
I always said 10, but winning 5 would be nice.
Just one more than me, huh?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah. You know I wanted 5. That was my number, but...
So I cannot believe that Nick Walker said he wants to win 10 Olympia titles. Because if I remember correctly, not even Phil Heath, one of the greatest to ever do that on the biggest stage, even he did not put out a statement like that. Specifically, even before winning his first ever Olympia title. Ronnie Coleman did say that he wanted to win 15, but he stated that after his retirement. And for Nick Walker to say that he wants to win 10, or maybe even 5, I'm gonna have to say that is a bit of an overconfidence. So people have started calling him the uncrowned Mr. Olympia already. And the reason is he couldn't compete at this past Mr. Olympia because of that injury. And that is simply disrespectful and distasteful, especially to the reigning champion Derek Lunsford, to the runner-up Hadi Choopan, and even to Samson Dauda, who was able to beat Nick Walker at this past Arnold Classic pretty fair and square, and with perfect scores. Now that being said, with Nick Walker sitting out of this past Mr. Olympia, which was completely and totally unfortunate, he has still somehow regained all the hype. And I'm gonna say the reason is Derek Lunsford did not improve as much as the people hoped him to, especially in his chest and his shoulders area, which were his weak points. And Hadi Choopan was incredible from the front, but he wasn't still as shredded from the back as we used to see him in the past, like he was in 2019. And Samson's back and his conditioning still quite isn't there just yet, but the judges are ready to give him the Olympia title. So Nick Walker is definitely gonna come in hot in 2024. And I bet nobody is gonna write him off in predictions for the Olympia next year. Next up, I have Samson Dauda's update for you guys 9 weeks out of Arnold Classic 2024. The third one of his career, and his first one as the reigning champion. So Samson is just crushing this phase of his prep. And you better believe that the prep hasn't even started yet. But still those hamstrings, the lower back, that is coming in already. So Milos and Samson, they both know for them to defend this title successfully, they have to come in better than the Olympia, and by that I mean bring better conditioning, because Hadi Choopan is the biggest obstacle now in front of them. And this is already an established fact, that nobody including Samson Dauda can match Hadi's conditioning. So they have to make sure that they are as big as they were at the Olympia, but harder and drier as well, to make the judges think twice before making the final call. Now, as big as Samson Dauda is, you look at the comparison of him versus Hadi Choopan from this past Mr. Olympia. And I'm talking about specifically in terms of muscularity, because Samson is just so damn huge. But Hadi doesn't get out-muscled in a number of poses, especially standing next to a guy who is that big. And the reason is Hadi is just so damn mature. He is so densely packed with muscles. Not to forget his composure on stage. That is absolutely phenomenal. So this is gonna be Hadi's first ever Arnold Classic contest. I still think he is kinda mad about what happened at this past Mr. Olympia and losing the title to Derek Lunsford. And I'm sure Honey Wembord will make sure he feeds that to Hadi so that he can use that as a fuel and train even harder than before. And I'm not saying Hadi doesn't train as hard in the gym already. We all know he is one of the hardest working athletes out there. So this past Mr. Olympia was a coin toss. It could have gone either way, and Hadi could have been a 2 times Mr. Olympia now. But the judges saw it the other way and gave it to Derek. So Hadi versus Samson, this is gonna be a great battle. Something to remember for ages. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. And smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.